Hi, this is Benedict. Okay, we've done the first two steps. We've started off, chosen a set. We have now chosen a character as well. I didn't change the name, by the way. Star's fine for me. He's a star in my movie. Okay, now the next step is you need to move across to Director's View because we're now going to place the character, or characters, in this case character, and decide on the character's movements and get the character to move. Alright, so going into director's mode, going back into this set, you will notice actually now we're looking at the set that you can't see the walls. They become invisible in the director's mode. Okay, now for starters we've got the character there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the character round about here. Okay, so I click with my I click with my mouse. There we go. Sometimes you have to click quite a few times till it happens, and eventually it comes up your character's face with the command there, place here. So I'll place him here. Alright, so I click on that, place here. He's placed there. You'll see he's actually standing on a star. Okay, I know his name is Star, but it's got nothing to do with that. Now the thing is, you need I need him to be facing that way and then walking that way. Okay, so I actually need him to be able to move. All right. Now the way that I can do this, if I push Shift and then left button of the mouse, I can move him around like this. So if I want him in a different place, I can move him like that. If I want to revolve him around a point, then I push Control and then my left button, and that will turn my character. Of course, I've got to click first of all on the star. So Control, left button mouse, or the mouse. Okay, gosh, he's got a lot of paint on the back of him. Okay, all right. So that's what I do first of all. Now he's facing that way. Now the next thing I want to do is I want him to go across to this window over here, because I've got to think as well, he's going to be shot and he's got to fall. If I put him here, he's going to fall right through this chair. So there's going to be problems there. So I really need to place him about there. So I click on there and I choose move here. Now you'll see what actually happens when I click on move here. The timeline, and he's off, and look at him walk right through the chair. So I'm going to have to make some changes, of course. Okay, so I need to get him to walk around that armchair, behind the sofa, and then to that place over there. Now the way I can do it, if you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see there's a timeline here. Now it says here move to stars Marco 2. So as I move the line back, you can see each you can see the place where he is and what he's doing. All right, you see he's moving back on his path. Now what we need to do is work out approximately, if we swung this around, approximately what point it needs to go. So let's say about here. All right, then I click on the character star. I push down Shift, and then as I swing, I keep down Shift and I keep down the left button of the mouse. I swing his position around to, let's say, about, I'm not going to the wall either, about here. All right. Now you've got to go back and check. If we go across here, all right, you can see he's going a bit too close to the wall. So let's go back to this position. Shift again, left mouse, make sure he's not going through, as it were, a wall or the picture. I think that's about safe, that's okay. It goes across here. Oh, we have another problem. You can see he starts to go through the sofa. Alright, so we're going to need to change that. So let's move across using Alt and the left button of your mouse. You can see there his position. We need to get it so that he's not walking through the sofa. So let's move this point, push down Shift and move it closer to the window. That's fine. The only problem now, you'll see when he gets there, fine, but when he gets there, he's not really looking through the window. So we need to revolve that point, so the star rather, so that he's looking through the window. So I click on it, and with control down, there we go, now he's looking through the window. Alright, now, let's see now. So far so good. So far problem. Okay. So, we're going to have a look here. I'm revolving by the right click. We need to get him to be closer to the window over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him to about there. Alright. Push down shift and move him all the way back to there. Alright, let's see how that one turns out. Okay, that's alright. Not too bad, not brilliant, but it's alright. Depending always on the cameras that you're taking the shot with and all that kind of stuff. Got it all sorted now. Okay, so now we have blocked his movement, as we call it technically. We blocked his movement. Let me move back a bit. Blocked his movement from the start all the way across to here, standing there. Okay, all fine. The next thing is, of course, the blocking, he's going to be shot. So I'm going to, on the timeline, I'm going to move it across to about here, because you've got to remember, with the filming of it, he's going to look through the window. You need some time for the camera to be on him, maybe looking in shock or something, so you've got to give him some time. You can always move these back and forth later, but for now, let's move it to about here, and now we're going to have him shot. So what we do is we click on the character, posture, lie down, no turn, shot at, there we go, missed, shot from back, shot from front, there we go, shot from front, and there he goes. Gosh, there he does, there's collapsing, shot, oh, collapsing, stepping back a bit, and he's down. So we have now blocked all the movements for the character, for Star, okay, for the star of the film. Alright, next stage is to do his tweaking, certain tweaking things, particularly to do with the expression on his face. And before we do that, though, we need to actually work with the cameras. We need to position the cameras, decide where they're going. Then from where we've got the cameras, we need to decide things like where he's looking, the expression on his face, things like that. Okay, that'll be the next section.